Y'all, we have a new free challenge, masterclass series, training, all the things that's happening. February 13th is when we're going to kick off. It's called Shattered, and I'm going to tell you all about it right now. I'm so excited as you're coming on. If you're watching the replay, make sure you tag hashtag healing to happy. Say hi. As you're coming on, say hi. We can have a conversation. And I really just want to get you in the vibes for this training. This is the pre-launch to a program that we all love here and is changing the world when it comes to relationships. So I wanted it to be big. I wanted to do something that you could do no matter how busy you are. I wanted to create something that was different, a different vibe. If you've ever been in any of our quote-unquote master classes, it's going to be a different vibe as we keep doing this year. It's going to be something that brings you back in your body. So Shattered is a 5-day challenge where this is for any of my strong individuals who feels like they have to control everything. They've built their careers, they've built their companies, they've built their relationships around them doing things. They control it all. So when they step into relationships, it's kind of hard for them to surrender into that, to step into this void, to hold the space of, if I don't do this, who will? Right? And therefore we're getting bitter and we're getting tired, and you're probably experiencing these types of feelings where it's like this clench around, he doesn't do anything for me. He doesn't, I don't even know how to soften. I don't know how to take myself off the gas pedal and to do everything and to plan everything. I don't even know, I keep reading all this stuff on the internet, because thank you, social media, about quote unquote feminine energy and softening and relaxing, but I don't know how. And I get that because I was you. I remember I used to talk to my friend Steph all the time when I built my first company when I was living in Asia, and I was working 14-hour days and I didn't have time for relationships, so I thought, and I was burning the candle at both ends, and it was like, okay, I keep hearing feminine stuff, how do I actually become feminine? And I don't know how to relax, and I don't know how to do things, and how do I do this? And so the thing about this is, I know a lot of us study it and we're naturally it. I am not one of those people that is naturally feminine. I know you look at things and you see it on our branding and things like that, but that did not come naturally to me. It was something I had to train, because here's the thing. When we're born, we're naturally feminine. We are in receivership. It is I cry and someone brings me milk. I cry and someone changes my diaper. I cry and someone takes me outside. I am in full receivership. I can't do anything on my own, and all I'm doing is getting stuff. And then we start growing up and we're told to give things away. No, you have to give that to your friend. No, you have to play nice even though you don't like that person. No, you cannot cry just because you don't like the meatloaf. You have to eat the meatloaf or you're upset mommy. And we start to self-abandon, and we start to do things, and we start to control ourselves a little bit more. We start to get more masculine. We start to do, and we no longer want to sit in that void because we're trained. Ooh, I have a icky feeling. I have a clench. And you might have experienced this in dating, especially with modern dating right now, where someone doesn't text you back, someone doesn't call you at the right time, someone doesn't set the date at the right time, and you want to control it all because you are a control type A type of person. And so you've been taken out of this. So what's happening is, that's our control mechanisms, right? We are naturally born into being feminine creatures. That's it. To receive and to have, that's what we were as babies. But as we were grown up and put into this world, we're taught that we actually have to earn our way to be able to receive. You have to do something to therefore receive. You have to do something to get your allowance. You have to do something to make mommy and daddy happy so that you can get the toy or something. You have to earn. And then we bring this into our relationships where it's if I just do enough, will you love me enough? If I just do something because I don't actually trust you to get it done, if I do it, it'll get done. And it's all this doing and this conundrum and this confusion. Let me know if this relates to you, because this was me. It was I don't know how to actually fully receive love. If people were trying to do things for me, I was ugh, no, I do it better. Or they don't really know me, or all these things underneath. And I just distanced everyone. I kept myself at bay and I distracted myself with work. But I was fixated on these things like feminine energy. I would see these people that were relaxing, and I'm you're annoying. And I'd get so mad at it. And it didn't relate because the people that I was witnessing in this realm, where it was like this, like, it was like witchy vibes, or it was very mystic, or it was like people that were like in Bali and they're like, you know, half dressed and all these kind of things that are wonderful. And I love them and I'm very good friends with these people, but that wasn't me. I'm a modern woman. I love fancy things. I love to understand the science of things. And if you tell me to relax, I'm going to get annoyed with you. So in these 5 days, this is what I'm walking you through, how I've overcome these things, how I've truly mastered it to have the relationships that I desire, to call in the most dreamy clients, to speak in a way that actually invites people to want to step into their power, because it's an art. It's an art to be able to hold the void. It's an art to be able to not step into this mothering type of energy that we see a lot nowadays, especially in modern dating, especially when it comes to women. We put ourselves in this self-righteous kind of way of, I've built this company, I've done this thing, I've done all this stuff for myself. Show me what you got. And we think we're always right. And we forget that we want to choose love. We forget that if I want to choose love, do I always have to be right? And that doesn't mean that I self-abandon, but there's a way of communicating. There's a way of understanding what your body is doing, right? So, for example, I was sharing this about my relationship, right? Where my boyfriend sucks at texting. Like, he just, it's the worst. But I love him to bits. And so it's, I can choose to be right of, you need to call me here and you need to do these things, or it's, I can choose love. And at first, of course, there was resistance. There was this push inside of me, the old version of me, wanting to claw and tell him he's wrong. And if you've ever done this, where you send a text message of like, you shouldn't do this, and like, da 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 da, and you're like basically sounding like your mother, that doesn't invite love in. And what happens before that is something happens in your nervous system that's a clench. Something happened in your nervous system that you didn't catch, right? And it's learning to sit with that discomfort. It's learning to sit with that clench that's happening. It's understanding the parts of your nervous system. And so what we're going to do in this 5-day challenge inside of Shattered is we're going to shatter your walls. It's going to be fabulous. You're going to love it. We're going to shatter these walls of protection, of self-righteousness, of, you know, pedestaling yourself, of this authority and masculine that you've put yourself in for probably many, many years. We're going to shatter that down, and we're going to practice expanding your nervous system. We're going to practice going to the edges. We're going to come to a safe place. I'm going to walk you through the somatics of things. I'm going to walk you through what I use day in and day out, what has changed my client's life, what has changed my life, so that they can have the relationships that they want, so they can hold their power in the void. Whether you're in relationship or you're dating, there's voids. There are times when you don't get what you want. There are times when, because you're not getting what you want to lash out. That mothering energy comes out and you want someone to pay for the discomfort that you're feeling. That is your hypermasculine protection. That is the defense mechanism that gets in the way of building long, sustainable relationships. And the thing about this modern dating world is there is no shortage of people getting dates, right? You can go outside right now, you can wink at a cutie and you can probably get a date. The problem is long term. The problem is staying power. The problem is letting people in, truly connecting with them, witnessing life through another person's lens so that we can communicate effectively, so we can get our needs met and the other person can get their needs met. That only comes from us shattering our walls, from us opening up and being vulnerable, and then really understanding these sexy codes for communicating in our power. That's what we're doing. These are the things that are going to change the way you date. These are the things that I am not hearing in the dating world right now. I am hearing a lot of self-righteousness. I am hearing a lot of emasculating men. I am hearing a lot of things not coming from a space of power. And so I'm going to show you how to do this. I'm going to walk you through it. I'm not even, like, beyond showing you, I'm going to walk you through. I'm going to let you feel it in your body. When these things show up, when these things happen, when these things start to trigger you, right? This is the perk of having someone that understands somatics and trauma. We're coming at this, we're coming at this from a trauma-informed lens. So if you've been through trauma and you're activated by things and that's why you've got this hypermasculine, raise your hand if that's you. That's what I did. We're going to put that down. And it's not to say that you're gonna lose what makes you strong. Because I know that's a lot of concern for a lot of my high achievers. If I become feminine, if I do this type of work, if I learn to relax, if I calm, if I surrender, if I, call in this man that's going to claim me and all these kind of things that we see nowadays, will I lose the part of me that got me here? Will I lose that hustle? Will I lose that savage that makes me the big bucks? And the answer is no. Not at all. The thing that makes you a savage is the thing that turns on the world. Like, that is so sexy about you. There is also a part of you that in a relationship, and this is 80% of relationships, I know some people do like a feminine man. I talk to the women specifically that are looking to be claimed, that are looking for that protective vibe and that provider vibe. Like, even if you're the breadwinner, it's like this providing energy. Like, you're looking to call that in so that you feel so safe to surrender, to be vulnerable. I'm talking to those people. Like, there's this part of you to do the regulation, to heal that trauma. And even if you don't identify with that word trauma, we all have it. And if you're in your hypermasculine and you're protecting your image that you've built up in this world of like hyper, I got me no matter what, that's your trauma. So we're going to go behind the scenes on that, dismantle that a little bit, give you a peek inside of the work that we do. This is the pre-party. I'm going to be sharing a fun little program that is starting in the middle of March. Is our signature program, and it's going to be 50% off. Only people that are in the program are going to get that. And for this round of this, because we're going to keep it free, it's going to be a fun way for new people in our community to come in and get to know my work and what we're doing in this next year. But only for these 5 days am I going to open up a Telegram channel, which is where we have an audio app. So you are going to get live coaching alongside this. This is not going to be available after the 5 days is up. This is only going to be for those 5 days. So you're going to want to make sure that you get in for this, because that 5 days of me coaching inside of Voxer, which is what I use with my clients, is around $1,000, just under $1,000. So I'm gifting that in this one for free, and we're going to have a giveaway. It's going to be fabulous. So you're going to want to show up there live so you get your questions asked. So you get to hear the downloadables. And also, this is going to be an audio training. So you get to listen to it on your own time. They're going to be pre-recorded. You're going to get emailed in the morning. You get to listen to them that day whenever you start to do your self-awareness practice. And then we get to come into Telegram and have some coaching inside of there. So it is a full freaking package. If you've been curious about my world, how I coach, how I teach, how I lead my clients, how we move through things, how I lead myself, if you've been wanting to know, because social media, like, it's fucking great. Our content is amazing. I get it. But that is literally this much of what we do. So this is where you're going to see a little more of a sneak peek inside of what we do and move through that. So this is going to be revolutionary. It's going to shatter your walls. It's about letting people in, letting yourself be truly seen. It's about sitting in that void that we so actively avoid, right? Like, that's our nervous system. All we want, like, we avoid fear and pain and all the kind of things, when really that's our growing edge. And that's how we build depth within our relationships, because the deeper our relationships, the more activating they are, because it's changing things within our nervous system, especially ones that are grounded in love and safety and things of that nature. And so they do activate us if we're used to chaos and we're used to trauma and we're used to things like that. So we're going to be talking about all this. There's so many things. This is definitely a space that you want to tap into if you've been looking to soften and you don't know how. That's it. Okay? So share this with a friend. Come hang out. Just message me. I'm in. And me or Cassandra will send you a nice little exclusive link to come join and hang out. We start February 13th. It's going to be going for 5 days. Like I said, it's going to be up. Like, if you're going to have access to it for a lifetime, because we're just going to keep it running for the rest of the year. I'm not going to say year. I'm going to say Q1, because, yeah, Q1. We're going to keep doing it. But the Telegram group, where you're going to get live coaching from me, which is an audio messaging app, so there is no, like, time where you have to show up live. It's just, we're catering to all the busy schedules that we got out there. You know, we work with high-achieving individuals. So it's going to be inside of Telegram. That is only going to be 5 days, and then we're going to close down, cut that out, and you will have access to the recordings, but not the Telegram. So you're going to want to show up live for that. Anyways, I think I covered it all. We're going to have a giveaway. I'm not going to tell you what the giveaway is, but to enter the giveaway, all you have to do is share the graphic that says I'm in, and then tag me on this page, which is It's Laura Patricia Martin on it. And you'll be entered into that giveaway. That giveaway is going to be worth some goodies. Some goodies. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it's going to be really cute, real sexy. It's going to set you on fire. What else is there? I think that's it. Okay? Like I said, just message me. I know, hey, I miss the lives as well. We're going to be doing more of them, don't you worry. And we do our lives over on the Healing to Happy page, so that's on Wednesdays. We do What Would Laura Do, but we're kind of toying with bringing him over here. We'll see. But, yeah, that's it. I love you. Share this with a friend. Invite some friends. This is how we get things going. It's going to be revolutionary. It's going to be so fun. And I will see you on the internet. Happy Sunday, my friends. I love you. And happy healings.